Oh, good morning. So for today's video, I thought we'd do one of my favourite local circular walks just to get my steps in. And I'm basically just going to give you the rundown on me, Rob. And if you've still got questions about who the hell Rob is at the end of the video, just drop them in the comments section and I'll make sure I respond to them. So step one, my name is Rob. Well, my name's actually Robbie and it's not Robert. I get asked that question all the time. Are you a Robert or are you a Robbie? I am a Robbie. I just did Ramble with Rob because I feel like it was more catchy, punchy than Ramble with Robbie, basically. But you can call me Rob, you can call me Robbie, not Robert. I am 30 years old. I turned 30 in July 2025, so I'll be 31 July 2026. And I basically made this YouTube because I'm sick of just daydreaming and hypothesizing that I could be something much more, or I could do a lot more, or I've got a lot more value to give to the world than basically being trapped in a corporate 9 to 5. And it's something I've always put off, I guess out of fear of how well it's going to do. I guess I've been worried about it not doing well, but also through fear of being seen by people in like the local village and stuff like that. And quite frankly, I turned 30. A lot of stuff happened. I broke up with my partner of 4.5 years. Everything just sort of changed. And I thought, you know what? Sod it. This is going to be my year. So here we are. And you might be asking yourself, Rob, what value are you going to bring to the YouTube community? Well, I've got a lot of different random special interests, shall we say, and we can explore them on our stroll. But the end goal is to hopefully be fully self-employed, so I can basically align with my soul desire and align with what authentically feels right for me, and that is to basically have the financial freedom and also the time freedom to actually go out there and spread, first of all, messages, guidance messages through tarot and stuff, to make people laugh and to make people smile. I feel like the world is very cruel out there, and I'm very much somebody who never judges anyone. I always take everybody as they are, and I always treat people with respect and stuff, and I think that's a really rare thing out there in the world, which is really sad. And also, I know a lot about animals. I'm actually a vet nurse by trade. I don't do vet nursing anymore, but I'd like to raise a lot more awareness about animals and different things that we need to be aware of as like animal owners, for example, and also bring some awareness to wildlife, because something I was always told in a veterinary environment was wildlife won't pay your bills. And that's something that's never really sat right with me. So I do hope that once the channel takes off, we get monetized and we're in a much better position financially and time-wise. I'm going to basically start hopefully rescuing animals, introducing animals to you guys, and the channel will go from being tarot and walking content or spiritual and outdoor content to more spiritual talk, spiritual messages, alongside still doing the walk-in and the explore with me. But the long-term goal is to set up some form of like charitable rescue farm for the animals where they can have a forever home. They don't need to worry about being rehomed again, and basically open like a small petting zoo type thing to the public so people can come and see what actually happens at Ramble with Rob Rescue. Oh, what a great name. So the long-term plan is exactly that: monetize, get a lot of free time, be able to give back to you guys in a tarot / spiritual guidance kind of way, and also set up a nice little farm or somewhere with a bit of land. Even if I live in a tiny caravan, I don't care. I just want enough land to make sure that we're rescuing animals that aren't treated correctly or do need a forever home, for example. And again, that is a long-term goal of the channel. Unfortunately, I had to move back home at the end of 2025, so I'm currently quite limited on the things that I can rescue and stuff like that. So that's why the animal section of the channel hasn't really been a massive thing. But eventually in the future, once we're in that position, I'll be definitely doing more animal stuff. And yeah, we'll see what life brings. We've once again got so much flooding. I mean, the geese are absolutely loving it. There's 2 Canadian geese there, like, this is life. But all of this is normally field, and there's normally horses and stuff in there. So I'm not actually too sure where they put them. But this is basically like the canal lock, I think it's called, but it's all spilled over. All of this is normally field, and it's just absolutely wiped it out. The bank is fully broke. I mean, you can see over there, that is the lock, and it's just fully burst its bank. It is not having a great time. And they always think like it'd be a bit of a vibe living on a canal boat, but what do you do in this instance? Like, I'd be panicking. I mean, this definitely gives you a better idea of just how much water there is and how much of it is come over the top. Not good, people, not good. Sometimes it floods this whole road as well, so I know that looks horrendous, but that's actually really good for saying that the amount of rain and stuff that we've had, because normally it floods all across here and it fully joins up the other side as well. So this is actually a decent one, because it normally just goes absolutely everywhere. My toxic trait is that I'm always looking for like injured wildlife and stuff, so my eyes are everywhere right now, just trying to look for, I don't know, any birds or anything that might need any assistance. Somebody's broken into this door here though. So I think this house has been empty for a long time, but the door has now been booted in. Again, terrifying, because what actually happens to that? Like, how could you live there in peace? I'd be terrified 24/7. I mean, even being on a boat, I would be terrified, but that would definitely cause me serious anxiety. So yeah, I basically grew up in the middle of the middle. I am in the Midlands in the UK, in the middle of England, and it's not the best place to be, I can't lie. Like, for somebody who feels so refreshed and called to by the ocean and the beach and stuff, magpie, yeah, being in the middle to me just doesn't make sense to what my soul likes to do. So hopefully eventually I'd like to move up somewhere like Whitby maybe, have like a bit of a mixture. I feel like Whitby and North Yorkshire has a good balance of coastal and moorlands, so that'd be a nice little mix for me. And you can see here people still try and get through, but it's all flooded, all off that main road there. The Tessie made a real quick 3-point turn. It said no. But this is basically the deepest part of the flood. This is normally what happens all up the bridge, so I know this looks horrendous, but it's normally all the way back up there. So the fact that it's still got a bit of a gap here is actually quite a miracle, I won't lie. Sorry, but how creepy is this snowman? Very creepy. Why is there a snowman? It's spring. So growing up, I was always, I guess, animal boy. I was always bird nerd. I was always sat. My cousins and stuff would always be playing football, playing rounders and all this other sporty stuff, and I was literally sat in the garden or at the local park with a little book trying to identify whatever birds and stuff were flying by. So I've always been really into animals, especially birds. My first pet that I can remember was actually a blue budgie. His name was Billy. No, he's not any of my secure passwords before you all start trying to hack me. But he, I guess, triggered my love for birds. I've had quite a few pet birds over the duration of my life. Had a Hans macaw, who unfortunately only lived till he was 5. He developed some sort of breathing issue, and my current parrot is a Quaker parrot. We rescued him when he was like 18 months old. He's currently 21, or well, he will turn 21 in June, so literally in a couple of months, and I'm quite honoured that he's made it to this grand age. Because he was a rescue, he really doesn't like people. He's not a big fan of hands. He'll sit on his cage, fly around the room, do his own thing, but the minute you try and touch him, it's game over. So I would ideally like to do tarot with him on my shoulder, but he just won't sit for long enough. He tries to kill me. And equally, a dream of mine has always been to have a parrot, cockatiel, anything quite small. Like, I don't want like a macaw or anything, but I basically want to get a parrot that we can harness train, and I can just bring it out on these walks with me, and I'll have it on a harness. I'll have one of the parrot rucksacks, but that's all, again, way off in the future. But once we do start monetizing and I start having more free time to actually, I guess, engage with these animals and give them an amazing quality of life, then I'll do it. I'm not somebody who'll do something because I want to do it. I'll do something because I know that I'm able to give it a really good life, or I'm able to make a really good go of something. So I just won't get one right now because I've just not got the time to dedicate to it. I mean, as soon as I finish work, I do my tarot readings for TikTok, and obviously YouTube, and then I go gym, I go swim, I go sauna, and then I have to get in 14,000 steps. So my time dwindles quite quickly, and I just feel like I've not got that time to actually dedicate to a parrot, to do the whole harness training and all of that right now. But hopefully in the near future we will, and we'll have a little feathered friend joining us. And as you've already discovered, I flip from conversation to conversation, but basically, birds, I love you. This hill is killing me, by the way, and I'm pretty sure this learner driver thinks I'm taking some kind of video of them, but I'm not. You're doing great, sweetie. And while we're talking about pets, I've also got a black Labrador, and I have got a marine fish tank as well, which I never really talk about, and I don't know why. I have done a video on my channel on the sexy shrimp and how to care for them, because they're my favourite little tank inhabitants. So if you want to see some sexy shrimp, scroll down my videos, you'll find the care guide there. I think they're awesome. I got loads of random animal rescue stories and pictures and videos, so if you do want me to do a separate video talking about all of the animal craziness, just let me know. Just comment. This is pretty. Typically, I think it's absolutely going to throw it down. It's going very cloudy over here in the direction we're heading in. We've got about another 3.5, 4 miles to go, so I'm hoping it does hold off, but it's not looking good. These little cuties. Hello. I think their friends might be going down there. Maybe not friends. He's like, friend, that's my enemy. But yeah, something else you've probably already gathered is I'm always walking. I'm always out doing something. I've always been that person who's always down for the trip. Like, even if I don't need to get anything or whatever, like, I'm always down for the trip. I love exploring. I don't know where that comes from. I love to be out the Shire. I love to be out the house. I love to just be roaming, seeing new things, seeing nature. Even if it's just a trip to B&M, like, I'm fully in. There's a running joke that I'm like my gran, because she always says that, oh, I'm in for the ride. Like, and that is fully me. Like, I'm just in for the ride at any given moment. So wherever you want to go, sign me up. Where are you going? Take me. So yeah, always walking, always exploring. I've always done a lot of walking with my mum. I remember when I was younger, we sat for hours watching kingfishers. Somebody had posted, Facebook and stuff weren't really, I don't even think Facebook was a thing then when I was like 8, 9. But we used to get a little newsletter through the post every week, and it was like the village newsletter. And it said there was kingfishers down at the river. And we spent hours down there. And I remember even as a kid, like, always going and feeding the ducks and stuff. And yes, we fed them bread, but like, we didn't know no better. But I've always been out, I've always been walking, I've always been in nature, always been exploring. So this really just feels natural to me. Like, it really feeds my soul. It's like, I feel like what I should be doing, just walking, talking, taking in the vibes, grounding myself, reconnecting, connecting with you guys, and really just experiencing nature. And I'm all about the small things in life. Like, even when we make it, when we get monetized, like, it'll never be about the 10-bedroom house for me. It'll never be about the Ferrari or anything like that. Like, it's always going to be about my little village, my team, my people who got me here, and actually putting that money back into the people I love and charities and stuff like my own, like setting up something for a farm for rescue animals, because I feel like I am very much somebody who needs to give back and wants to give back as well. So I'm going to make sure that I do that, and I want to be the kind of channel that gives back to subscribers and gets subscribers involved and stuff. And I don't know, just be out here spreading the joy, spreading guidance, and I guess teaching people how to be kind to each other. And I know it sounds really silly, but I feel like that's such a basic skill that just doesn't exist in the world anymore. Like, common decency and like double standards and stuff just don't apply out there. So I'm all about love and light. I can run up, I can switch when I need to, but typically on a day-to-day, like, I'm all about spreading the joy, spreading the love, being in a happy place and pushing my people to do better. And if you're a subscriber on this channel, then you're my people. Like, I'm always going to push you to do better. Like, I'm always going to champion you and root for you and give you the best possible guidance. That's why it's never any rubbish, fluffy tarot. It's always cold core, what the cards are telling you. Let go, move on, do this, act on this idea, don't talk to that person, kind of thing. So I don't know, it all comes together nicely in my head. It might seem a bit random, but to me it works. And I think this is where me and spirituality work so well together, because it almost made me unlearn everything that I've ever been learned about human life, and to stop seeing things in like a very 3D form and start seeing things in energy. And even on a day-to-day, like today, out here in the sunshine, like interacting with people, gauging people, grounding myself. Like, I'm constantly using spirituality as part of my daily practice, but I just don't think about it because it comes so naturally to me. Like, it just happens rather than me being like, I'm going to ground myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I automatically put myself into, this is grounding me, this part is refilling my cup, and like, almost, it's just second nature to me at this point. And when I talk to my friends about it, they look at me like I'm a crazy man. And I just feel like it really is crazy, I think, how much I've unlearned to learn again, but to learn it in a different way, from a different perspective. So I basically started that journey because in 2016, I joined a local circle. I went on a ghost walk, saw some scary things. They asked me if I wanted to join a group that meets on, I think it was every Thursday to start with, but then it changed to a Tuesday. I said yes, of course, sign me up. So signed up and did a meditation, and I've never been able to find this meditation online. So if you are actually interested in opening up your third eye or whatever, please do let me know, because I'm more than happy to replicate it here for you. I still do it constantly, or if I feel like I've got a blockage or my intuition for whatever reason isn't quite giving that day, like I'll be like, right, let's reopen, clear the blocks. So I'm more than happy to do that with you guys. But literally after session number 1, everything just kind of came rushing in. I went through a period of like 2 or 3 weeks of like, they call it the dark night of the soul. So I felt really depressed, really anxious. I was really facing past traumas and stuff that I hadn't ever dealt with. I'd just push to the side, or I'd use like unhealthy coping mechanisms to get through them, for example. And I just feel like it really brought a lot of stuff to the surface, and in the best possible way that made me address them. So it did all come full circle in the end. It unfortunately did have to end because COVID happened, so we had to stop meeting as a group. And I've just been out here as a lone solo soul ranger ever since. So I really started my TikTok and wanted it to be like a personal account about my walking and outdoor stuff. And tarot really became the main focus. That's what people really wanted from Ramble with Rob. And my YouTube kind of came from a different angle, and it was very much more outdoory, more hikey. But then I noticed that there was that demand for tarot, and it felt natural for me to put those tarot readings on there. So I do want this place to be, it's going to be a bit conflicted, I guess, because I guess a lot of people who watch tarot aren't going to be here for the vlogs, but a lot of people who are here for the vlogs aren't going to watch tarot. But I just wanted to give you the most authentic Rob, and I guess I wanted to actually make it like you and I were friends, rather than me just being the tarot guy or just being the walker guy. I thought it was really important for you guys to see the full aspect of me rather than just part of me, and really build a community where we can uplift each other and support each other. So I'm sorry if you joined for vlogs and the tarot videos got on your nerves, and I'm sorry if you joined for tarot and the vlog videos got on your nerves, but this is me, and I hope you can accept me because I accept you. So let's just be in this together and have a good time, I say. But if you do have any specific requests for content, or you want to see more of something or less of something else, please do let me know. Please engage in the comments. You'll see on my other videos, I always reply. I like to know what you guys want to see me do. Like, this channel is yours as much as it's mine. So yeah, please do let me know what you want to see, and I will make it happen. And if you've had enough of vlogs or anything, full stop, just let me know and I'll stop making it happen. But I'm fully down to do more spiritual stuff and help you guys open up, or do more guidance work, just as I'm more than happy enough to do reviews or more outdoor exploring or more traveling. Like, genuinely, whatever you want to see me do, try, talk about, just let me know. More than happy to do whatever you like. Maybe not whatever you like, that's very strong. More than happy to stay within YouTube community guidelines. But thank you for joining. I'm about half a mile away from the car, so I'm just going to die on this last 0.5. If you've not already, please do hit subscribe. Please drop me a comment. Let me know what you want to see me do next. And I appreciate you. Have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one.